Hello, my gorgeous, joyous Geminis. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of October. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And of course, the order that I do my videos is whichever videos get the most like from the previous sequence. So Gemini, you guys were last this time, saving best for last. But let's try to change those numbers for the next segment. So what I picked up on the cleansing ceremony, Gemini. So in reverse, we had dot, null, and emptiness. So when this popped out, what I heard was like, someone thinks that someone doesn't feel anything about this, that there's some sort of emptiness. It's like someone feels like someone else is in a void about a situation. And I heard like, that's not the case. It's the next angel. And the next angel was the angel of rain. So for this, what I'm feeling is, someone is not feeling empty about a situation. It's not like, whatever, like, that's null and void to me. This is a very emotionally charged situation because the angel of rain always signifies, crying, a lot of emotions coming out. So what it feels like is someone is getting a lot of emotions out of them. And this is about a situation with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So for this says to me, the divine feminine and divine masculines aren't balanced. The divine feminine and divine masculine energies are not balanced in this situation because the Two of Pentacles is very much the yin yang. And so this could be some sort of issue between you and some other person when it comes to, particularly money, housing, any sort of physical thing that you are dealing with here. But in general, it's very much the divine feminine and divine masculine energies that are not balanced here. And then we had fighting energy come out for the clarifier deck. So for me, it definitely indicates that there has been some sort of fighting going on here. And, someone might be fighting their emotions, but there definitely has been a fight, might be about this Two of Pentacles situation. But the fact that the divine feminine and divine masculine are not balanced is causing a fighting energy. And what I was feeling already was that, like, the divine feminine just can't surrender to the divine masculine because the divine masculine is not allowing a sense of safety in this situation. So just letting you know, that's what I got during the cleansing ceremony, Gemini. Pretty interesting energy here. So we are in Libra season. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see what is out of balance in the situation. And then in the extended, we will take a look into some advice on how to restore the balance of the situation. So let's see what's out of balance for Gemini here. Coming out stuck, we have the angel of new life. So, Gemini, this is your card. This is the card of twins. So for some of you, it could be a twin situation, but it looks like you are stuck in some sort of new beginning. I feel like you've taken some sort of opportunity in the recent past where you decided to go on a different path, right? And of course, Gemini, it's very easy for you to forge a new path. That's one of your gifts, is like, all right, I'm out of here, on to the next or on to the new, right? And it looks like you've taken some sort of new path here and started a new life, and it's stable, right? You're stuck in this new life, you're stuck in this new vibe, this new energy. Well, let's see why that is out of balance here. Tell me about this new life. What's the new life? The Chariot. So we have Cancer energy. So this is, the Chariot is typically about moving forward. So it looks like you are really moving forward with something new. Again, it's that Cancerian energy, but this Chariot in particular is about like doing things that you shouldn't necessarily be doing. Not saying that you're not on the right path or anything, but it's kind of like sneaky behavior because this person, okay, so the Chariot here is like the special kind of ghosts that come and collect the dead after a battle and bring them into the spirit realm. And the story is of this guy who knows it's forbidden to watch the crossing of spirits going into another world. but he does it anyway. So, you know, there is this aspect of transitioning into a new life, right? This is about bringing the spirits into the other world so that they can have a new life, but there's also an observer watching that isn't supposed to be watching. So it's like you might be this chariot really moving forward, but someone's there who shouldn't be. What's the light energy here? Woo. We have steal energy in reverse. So it could be someone who's stealing from you or something like that. But steal energy in reverse to me means that like an aura is not protected. So you really need to make sure that you are, you know, balancing your chakras, putting up a, you know, protective barrier over your own energy centers here. Interesting. What's the shadow? Yeah, clam pearl shell protection in reverse. So the thing is that wherever you've moved to, wherever you've been on from, it's like someone put the evil eye on you. I'm going to be straight up, like shell protection in reverse, which is Cancer, right? And like this card I usually take as Cancer. This is Cancer and this is protection in reverse. So for some reason your energy is not protected with whatever, you know, shift that you've made, and you really need to make sure that you're balancing your chakras, put up like a protection veil, whatever it may be. Yeah, shell protection in reverse. So because this is a water type, it has to do with emotions. So it could be that you're not protecting your emotions from someone. You're letting someone, you know, still see how you're changing into this new life, right? And the thing is like when you make better choices for yourself and you choose to, you know, move the next level up when it comes to, you know, any aspect of life, but especially in, you know, spiritual ascension, if like people are going to be watching you, and even if they truly want what's best for you, there are going to be feelings of jealousy, of whatever, because your actions might trigger like restrictions that they have on their own life. Like, oh wow, I wish I could do that. Like, yeah, we all wish we could do that, like a Gemini, right? But, you know, it looks like some people are like, maybe not intentionally, but kind of wishing that like you didn't have this new life that you have. Okay. And it looks like there is some emotional stuff going on in here. Because like I said, like, you know, this is water, so it has to do with that, you know, emotional energy. This is also the throat chakra. So make sure that your throat chakra is protected specifically. And yeah, big Cancerian energy here. It says, it is protected by a sturdy shell. Once in a lifetime, it makes a magnificent pearl. Oh, well, that's a different kind of moving on protection. So some of you might actually be pregnant in this angel of new life because they're, you know, you weren't using protection, and it talks about making a magnificent pearl. So for some of you, this is, you know, like that. For others of you, whenever it's like it makes a magnificent pearl, what I usually get is that they're like, it's kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity that you went and took to get this new life, or that someone else like is still watching you, can't let you go because like they think that you're their pearl or something like that. Let's see. Tell us more about this situation. Coming out stuck. Yeah, we have Had, the left leg, submission. Yeah, so there is this energy of someone wanting you to constantly submit to them. And, you know, like I was saying, the divine feminine, divine masculine energies that felt imbalanced here, right? And it's because someone is consistently wanting someone to submit. But what I was feeling in the cleansing ceremony is that it's like feeling unsafe to submit here. And the left leg, that is the feminine leg. So it looks like the feminine energy is kind of stuck in some sort of submission here. Let's see, what is this about? What is this about? The Six of Cups again. So we have another water card. Six of Cups very much has to do with kind of like what the emotional day-to-day is. You know, 6 is all about routine, and as you can see, like this is a ghost that has unfinished business, that is consistently going down, up and down the hallways, worrying about these plants that are going to bloom, right? But she only has 2 hands there, right? There's a lot of cups here that need to be tended to. But this is really about which one are you choosing to be with to, you know, do your emotional labor day to day, like, you know, repeating this pattern like a ghost with unfinished business. So I do feel that there is unfinished business here, and that it definitely has to do with some sort of aspect of submitting to somebody. And it's like, it's this repeating pattern of, it's like, of choosing this particular, you know, what you want to grow. And it's like, look, here's the angel of new life holding that flower that's blooming, right? There's a new thing that is starting to bloom. And it's like someone wants someone to submit to these old patterns of what they used to grow, how, you know, what sort of like, and also this is in solitude, like, oh yeah, just grow your plants by yourself, where you're in a situation where it's like, no, like I'm growing something with somebody is what I'm getting. Woo, what's the light energy here? Coming out stuck is dark energy. So this is a dark type. Bewitching eyes and fear to drop. This is sable eye. So again, like sable eye, anytime I get eyes, someone definitely has like the evil eye on you. And it's because they want you to submit to these old patterns of the way that you used to bloom, right? Things that you used to need. It's like, okay, well, maybe I don't bloom in the moon with cold hands, or with someone who ghosts me all the time, or whatever it may be, you know, like someone really wants you to submit to this old type of pattern. And again, bewitching eyes. So I really do feel like this person has put evil eye on you. Not, you know, it's like you don't have to do a spell to send someone evil eye, right? Negative thoughts, negative words about you can put that evil eye on you. And furtive drop, I feel like there's something that is going to be dropped in the future, and I feel like it might be this, but again, really protect yourself here. It says, it dwells in the darkness of caves. It uses its sharp claws to dig up gems to nourish itself. So it talks about the, you know, dwelling in the darkness of caves. So I feel like someone is definitely stuck in their shadow work here. It does talk about, you know, using sharp claws to dig up gems to nourish itself. So whenever that happens, you know, like gems, like I said, there seemed to be some imbalance about like money or housing or something. There's this darkness of someone who just wants to eat gems. So I don't know if that has to do with like getting a ring or something like that. But this is definitely energy about, you know, eating gems is like being greedy with money is what I take it. So that seems like to be another sort of submissive energy here. Let's see, what's the shadow? What's the shadow here? Really interesting energy here. We have Rotom using Electro Ball. So the shadow work that is going on has to do with the sense of self here. Because it talks about eating gem. Okay, so this is, I'm getting that someone might be addicted to an online game like Candy Crush or something that has gems in it. Because Rotom is an electric type. It's actually like a plasma Pokemon, and it can go inside different electronics and kind of take over. And then that electronic becomes sentient with this plasma spirit. So what I'm getting is, you know, they are very much involved in some sort of like addiction online, or they want you to submit to some sort of like electronic pattern or something. Maybe they keep you at a distance or whatever it may be. But Electro Ball, I'm really getting like games on a computer or a phone energy, but traditionally this is the solar plexus chakra. So it looks like someone's solar plexus, which is their sense of self, how they, you know, make I am statements like, you know, this is who I am and this is what I stand for type energy. It looks like electronics and, you know, being greedy are really becoming a part of their natural routine. It's like they want submission in some sort of way, and it's like they might just play, you know, on their phone all day or on their computer, or, you know, they're super money hungry and it has, you know, they're on their phone or you know, just too enmeshed in electronics here and wanting money that they might neglect you. But it's like they just really want you to repeat this sort of stuff, right? But it's like this unfinished business, it's just been, it feels like the same old of like, okay, well, here I am, like in the dark with my plants, like growing alone. It says its body is composed of plasma. It is known to infiltrate electronic devices and wreak havoc. So if you're having your own electronic havoc stuff, like, once again, definitely, you know, protect yourself against the evil eye. You know, maybe do a little protection on your phone or your computer, because yeah, I'm really getting that energy here, Gemini. All right, let's see what else is out of balance for our Geminis. Yeah, so we have Uriel, the angel of flame, coming out stuck again. So there's a lot of kind of stuck energy. I feel like you're in a transition period where it is a little bit, yeah, stuck. But the angel of flame, this for me is my twin flame card. So for some of you, this is a twin flame energy, especially because we have, you know, the twins right here. And with the angel of flame, I just talked to a Kabbalist friend of mine, and, you know, we were talking about Uriel. And so Uriel is kind of like the traditional Promethean. So Uriel brings flame to humanity and also can indicate any sort of like pleasures of life, so to speak. So I definitely, it's funny, I had that conversation earlier and this card came up because I'm definitely feel that someone's kind of putting their pleasures above all else. And it's like they want everyone else to submit to their own pleasure by staying in the old pattern here. But you are really ready to move on and having a new life. Let's see what's going on here. Why is the angel of flame coming out stuck? Okay, so we have the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and who wants to hide? The Moon. Yeah, there are a lot of secrets here. There's a lot of secrets. We have the King of Swords here. So this, something was cut off at the head, but it's still there, right? This is a conversation that is not over. The same with the King of Swords, right? This is the Headless Horseman. Has to do with that unfinished business energy. So definitely someone cut the head off here of a conversation, but it's like this just keeps repeating. And it's like, of course, the Headless Horseman is going to keep coming back, right? And what is he going to do? Well, he's going to come and take someone else's head, right? It's this pattern of, you know, here I come, oh, cut the head off, bye, sort of thing. And I totally understand why you are the Chariot from this. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, so the Knight of Pentacles in reverse can mean that, like, okay, so they're coming towards you, you know, energetically here, but not physically with the Knight of Pentacles, right? There's no physical movement at this time. It can be because someone might be feeling like not themselves is what I'm hearing. The Knight of Pentacles, this is, you know, shape-shifting, you know, someone is a snake. There's a lot of different animals in here of being able to pretend to be somebody else. But what I'm getting is someone isn't able to pretend who they are anymore. They're trying to stop putting up some sort of facade, but it's really, it's this King of Swords energy of like riding in, cutting off the head, riding in, cutting off the head, and just kind of doing things on a loop is really what I'm hearing. And we have the Moon here, and like I said, it was trying to hide. The Moon has to do with secrets. So there's a lot of, you know, secret information, things that haven't been told. And mostly I feel like it's because someone felt like, you know, they didn't know how to be their authentic self. They were a snake here. They were fake. And a lot of secrets have been hidden. But I do feel, I mean, the Moon is always, you know, about secrets, but this specifically has to do with, you know, illuminating the path into the underworld And, you know, that has to do with shadow work and things like that. And I did feel some shadow work being done here. It's very much being recognized. And so I do, once again, feel some shadow work energy, you know, descending into the unknown when it comes to this angel of flame. What's the light energy here? What's the light? We have Pyroar using flame charge and unknown using farewell letter. Yeah. So, okay, so Pyroar with flame charge. This is very Leo energy, but it's kind of like hear me roar. Like this is a very heavy, kind of like fiery attack energy with flame charge. And it's kind of like with this King of Swords and Knight of Pentacles that I feel. It's like someone rides in, like their ghost rides in and then, you know, cuts off the head and, you know, I don't know if you can hear crows outside, but yeah, it's just kind of like the conversation starts and I think it's like as an attack and then it turns to an unknown farewell letter, which is kind of like that abandonment cycle of like, is this goodbye or not? You know, and that's kind of like the moon. It's like, no, like I know that this goes on further, right? But it's like someone's not giving someone clarity about this because they're not physically coming forward. They could also be, you know, actually projecting to you, psychically coming to you, or whatever it is, like, you know, replaying an ending moment over and over and over again. I feel like both of you are kind of doing that. It says, with fiery breath more than 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, they viciously threaten any challenger. The females protect the pride's cub. So again, for some of you, this could be dealing with a child or bringing a child into new life. But, you know, it talks about having a fiery breath of 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit and, you know, threaten any challenger. So again, this is a very heavy, heavy flame. Some pretty harsh words here that are going on, but it, you know, this is the third eye psychic. So what I'm getting is that you're both really in your head about this. It's like you're both just attacking each other in your third eye, in your head. And that's why it's just stuck on this King of Swords loop instead of physically moving forward. You know, it keeps things in the dark because your mindset is kind of stuck in this, like, is it over sort of thing. It says, shaped like ancient writing, it is a huge mystery whether language or unknown came first. Yeah, and the thing is like, that's kind of how it is. Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, what happened? Was it, you know, that I wasn't real with them? Or, you know, when they attacked me? Or right? Like, it doesn't, the nitty gritty, I feel like that's what is causing this, like, woof of fire, is because someone's really trying to be like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and it's like, if you still stay stuck in that, then it's going to keep repeating, right? It's just, it's on a loop. A lot of unfinished business. What's the shadow here? We have Gallade using Nerve Shot and Pandemonium Blade. Yeah, so here's this fire. Well, maybe. Here's this fighting energy that came out in the cleansing ceremony, if you recall, right? And it says Nerve Shot and Pandemonium Blade. So what I'm getting here is that there is some sort of, like, someone's nerves are shot, and it might be because of electronics that they're using too often. Really interesting energy. And Pandemonium Blade very much, like, reminds me of, it talks about, you know, causing chaos electronically, and this is Pandemonium Blade, and Pandemonium, you know, is chaos. And with Blade, it's very much like that's the way it was being attacked here as a fight. For some of you, be very wary about how much electronics that you're doing. You know, take care of your nervous system here. You know, wreaking havoc on electronics can also refer to our own body, since we are, you know, electromagnetic creatures and our nervous system runs on electrical impulses. So, you know, be very, very wary here. But what I'm getting is that someone, you know, it's because someone has like an addiction to chaos is what I'm hearing. Their nervous system is addicted to chaos. And it causes them to fight by creating more chaos, because that feels like normal to them, right? It feels good for them to cause some sort of chaos. It says, when trying to protect someone, it extends its elbows as if they were swords and fights savagely. So we do have, again, this like protective energy. So I do feel like someone is really trying to be protective here. It's like they might be trying to protect a child or something, but I definitely get that someone is really trying to protect themselves, and that's why they fight. And it's like a defense mechanism, because they're addicted to chaos. Like, that's what it is. Someone's addicted to chaos here. All right, so let's see here. Like I said, we are going to look into some advice on what we can do to restore balance to the situation. But let's see, what does Gemini need to hear about love right now? Because what does Gemini need to hear about love? We have, any time not spent in love is wasted. Yeah. So I'm getting a feeling, because it came out in reverse, that a lot of you are not spending time in love, right? And love does not mean romantic partnership. Love means being in that vibration and that force, right? Of love, of loving yourself and loving your neighbor and loving strangers, and, you know, sending love to all these things, right? Sending love to it doesn't mean that we accept any sort of abuse that someone gives us. No. Sometimes sending love to a situation means that you get out of it, right? Because you show yourself that love. But it looks like some of you are spending time not in that love frequency, and it's kind of a waste of time to keep replaying this over and over psychically, right? Of like the fights that happen, and like, is this goodbye? Like, you know it's not goodbye, but every time they come towards you, right, like mentally, like there's some shadow work going on, right? So, you know, just know to get in that love frequency, and we will look into some advice on how to do that in the extended. If each time I thought of you were a flower, I could walk in my garden forever. Yeah, and it wanted to come out stuck right to the Six of Cups, and I feel like that's how this person is. They, like, you have been thinking about them nonstop, right? And you've been building this garden, and you both have been thinking about each other nonstop, and it's like this person, like, you're trying to start a new life here, but you know, this person wants you to keep thinking about them. And you do, right? It's like that energetic loop that is going on, because you're both just constantly thinking about each other. And, you know, you could walk in your garden forever. So this person is definitely thinking about you. No doubt you are thinking about them. But the thing is that if you keep walking in that garden of submission, woof, then, you know, it's a waste of time, because that's not a garden of love at the moment. And I see how you're stuck here, but something's got to give here. Something's got to give. This is not a good neural loop to be in. So, all right, my dear Geminis, like I said, if you want to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below, and we will take a look at how to bring some balance to the situation. If we part here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.